This is month 6 of my wife and I providing hospice care for my dying mother in her home. And this is month 6 of my hobby base of operations in a basement spare bedroom. I don't want to sound callous, but I'm sure looking forward to getting home and back to my shop and all of my tools and my workbench. Anyway, it arrived today. It's Sunday the 20th of February. So FedEx actually delivered on Sunday. And here we go. Let's see what it's all. What I'm most curious about is to know if this is going to fit into my carrier. I know they make some that are pointed up here, but I think those are funky looking. I'm really hoping that this fits into my DX8 case. Free swag just for registering your new product. And I hope to cover that. I'm going to give it a try of doing the registration and update via Wi-Fi. I know that the first units that were put out had a glitch to where you couldn't do that. Once you did the initial update and via the SD card, you could do the following updates via Wi-Fi, but you couldn't do the initial. So we're going to find out if you can do the initial. Looks like an addendum. And here it is. Ooh. Nice and smooth. Of course, these are don't have the physical potentiometers. This model has the Hall effect, magnetic pickup type gimbals. In retrospect, I hope I didn't make a mistake going with the Hall effect gimbals. At least with the conventional potentiometer, the mechanical type, they tend to fade slowly. They get glitchy and you know that it's going out. Whereas I've heard the Hall effect gimbals, they go all at once, kind of like a light bulb. So, I guess time will tell. You've got a NX6 or an NX8. You can buy these so that you're not using the micro USB. It's a good strong magnet on there. Looks like you got your buddy box connection here. Looks like earphones, and then the USB. This was more of a kind of a brittle kind of a plastic, and this feels more like a polypropylene. And 6,000 milliamp hour. So you've got three cells in there. Just, it looks to me like there's three 18650s side by side here. All the way from the bottom. That's a nice improvement. What do we have here? This is new. These adjustments back here. Fold down antenna. Let's see if it fits. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. It fits. It fits even without folding the antenna. Beautiful. We've got a neck strap here. Here's the micro SD card slot on the bottom here. I'm told that you can have up to a 32 gigabyte SD card. For best experience, please set up an account on www.spektruMRC.com and then utilize the Wi-Fi functionality on your NX transmitter to register and update to the latest firmware. Last thing I want to do is damage my screen trying to get this silly sticker off from here. There we go. Man, that thing was really on there. And the battery came at 3.9 volts. System setup, I'm guessing. Spoken flight mode, channel sign. Model utilities, telemetry, Wi-Fi, serial port setup, trainer, sound utilities, palette utilities, Wi-Fi utilities. connect to network. Well, it looks like it only does 2.4G. There's no 5G on here. After you're connected to your Wi-Fi, you're ready to log on to Spektrum.com and download your firmware. Using the new keyboard with the roller is still cumbersome, but it's far better than the Series 1 DX8 that I transitioned from. At least you can see where you're going. So in that respect, it's much better. Again, I'm just demonstrating navigating the new keyboard with the roller on the new NX series. If you have your Spektrum.com username and password ready, it will make things go a little bit smoother. The downloading process for firmware should take about 3 minutes at the most. Unfortunately, the transmitter only has the capability of connecting to a 2.4 gig Wi-Fi network. So make sure you've got a good strong signal, that you're close to your router. That way you'll give it every chance to download trouble-free. I made sure I was in the same room with my router. I didn't want to take any chances on bricking my unit. Fortunately, I didn't. As I mentioned earlier, some of the first models to come out had a firmware issue where you couldn't use the Wi-Fi for the initial registration and firmware upgrade. Apparently, they've got that rectified, and the units shipping now are good to go right out of the box. After downloading the firmware, you'll be prompted to install. That process takes approximately 4 minutes, during which time a progress bar will go back and forth across the screen. The screen may even go blank a couple of times. Just be patient and don't touch anything, and by all means do not attempt to shut the unit off. Just be patient and let it go. Hey, we're in like Flynn. I had to go back and save my Wi-Fi password and network information. Once you do that, it's just a matter of scrolling back to your saved network and clicking on it to reconnect to Wi-Fi. Then it's quick and easy to log on to Spektrum and get your updates. There, saw the Wi-Fi. The primary reason I upgraded transmitters was to gain forward programming capabilities of receivers, and I'll be tackling that next. but I really think the ease of upgrading the firmware via Wi-Fi is going to be nice also. Thanks for watching.